Christmas is supposed to be the most magical and joyful time of the year, but for the Anderson family, it became a nightmare. On December 24th, 2007, in the quiet town of Carnation, Washington, a brutal family massacre shattered the holiday and left a permanent scar on the community.
On what?
There's been a murder. There's 3 people dead that I can see right now. I just came up. She works with me.
That all started when Linda Thiel grew worried. Her best friend, Judy Anderson, hadn't shown up for work at the post office. That was unusual. Judy was always on time, always dependable. So Linda drove over to the Anderson family home and walked straight into hell. Inside, she found 6 members of the family murdered. Wayne and Judy Anderson, their son Scott, his wife Erica, and their 2 young children, Olivia and Nathan, just 5 and 3 years old. The only ones unaccounted for? Michelle Anderson, Judy's daughter, and her boyfriend, Joseph McEnroe. The Andersons were a well-known family in town. Wayne, the father, worked as an engineer at Boeing. Judy was a beloved postal worker. Their son Scott had a stable life, married, 2 kids, a good job. Michelle, on the other hand, was struggling. She lived with Joseph in a rundown trailer on her parents' property. No rent, no steady income. Locals described Joseph as lazy, a bad influence, and Michelle, she felt like the black sheep, ignored, overlooked, and according to her, she was done being treated like she didn't matter. Michelle believed her parents favored Scott, that they gave him everything and gave her nothing. She also claimed Scott owed her $40,000, money he never paid back, and when her parents asked her to start paying rent, something inside her snapped. Unbeknownst to anyone, Joseph had already bought 2 guns, a .357 Magnum revolver and a 9mm pistol. On Christmas Eve 2007, Michelle and Joseph walked into the Anderson home with a deadly plan. Wayne was the first target. Michelle aimed, but her gun jammed. Joseph stepped in and shot Wayne dead. Judy ran into the room screaming and was gunned down too. Before he fired the final shot, Joseph whispered, "I'm sorry." They dragged the bodies to a shed, cleaned the house, and waited. 45 minutes later, Scott, his wife Erica, and their 2 children arrived for Christmas dinner. Michelle greeted them, gun in hand. She shot Scott 4 times. 1 bullet pierced his neck. Erica was hit, but managed to crawl toward a phone and dial 911.
Hello? Hello?
She got only a few seconds before Joseph took the phone, ripped out the batteries, and crushed it. He then shot Erica in the head. And then came the children. Michelle viewed them as threats, witnesses, but she couldn't bring herself to pull the trigger. So she asked Joseph to do it. He later claimed they told themselves the kids were too traumatized to live normal lives, that they were doing them a mercy. First was Olivia. She was 5. He whispered, "I'm sorry," and pulled the trigger. Nathan, just 3 years old, looked up at Joseph, and Joseph claimed he knew. He said Nathan looked at him like he understood what was coming, and then he shot him too. They didn't realize Erica's call had gone through. Police were already en route. Michelle ran to lock the gate at the end of the driveway. The officers arrived, but with the gate locked and no signs of trouble, they left. It bought Michelle and Joseph time. They packed up and fled. First, they headed toward Canada, then turned back and aimed for Oregon. But on December 26th, they returned to the crime scene. Police noticed the couple circling the property. Too calm, too curious. They were brought in for questioning. At first, they lied, so they were going to Vegas to get married. But Michelle eventually broke down. Tears, guilt, a full confession. Joseph followed not long after. Both were charged with 6 counts of first-degree murder. Michelle admitted she was the mastermind. Joseph claimed he was manipulated, but prosecutors presented evidence proving otherwise.
I'm sorry. I'm terrible.
Both played active roles. The public wanted the death penalty, but in 2013 the judge removed that option, citing procedural reasons. Instead, they received 6 consecutive life sentences. No parole, no second chances. To this day, the house still stands. The trailer, the shed, all untouched, frozen in time. The town of Carnation has never fully recovered. And the Anderson family? There's no one left to grieve them except the killers themselves. Do you think Michelle and Joseph deserved the death penalty? Or was life in prison the right punishment? Let me know in the comments. If you made it this far, you won't want to miss the next case I cover. Click the video on screen now. Thanks for watching.